going? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys enjoyed the beginning of the video where me, my boy Steven in the M3 and my boy Abby in the 335i were just having a little bit of fun on the M-Way. This morning is a very exciting morning for me. I've waited for this day for a very long time. I'm finally sorting out the suspension on my car, and by sorting out I mean I'm finally getting my car lowered. I've gone with some new springs. They're Volkland springs. I think they're a German brand, but they claim to offer a lowering height of about 30mm in the front and 30mm in the back. I don't know how legit that is, because I've only ever seen these springs on one other car, but I'm confident that the car's going to look amazing after. Obviously my car's not a compact, so it came with the stock suspension and it rides like a monster truck in the front. Like the arch gap is ridiculously high for an M3 anyway, so I'm going to be sorting all of that out. And I've also got some new wheels. The wheels are on the car. I put them on last night with my boy Abby and we were just gassed. The car looks sick at the moment. I'm assuming you guys are probably guessing what kind of wheels I've gone for. They probably are what you're thinking, but just a little bit different. But yeah, I will reveal all of that after the car's been lowered and everything just looks complete. I am gassed about that. I don't know if I've already said, but I'm heading down to Automotive. They're going to be doing the suspension work for me, and with the springs they're going to install some shaved top mounts, and they're also going to add in some E36 bump stops. I think all of this kind of like adds to trying to keep the OEM kind of like comfortability and drivability as much as possible, so it should make it like as comfortable as it possibly can. I don't know if you can hear, my car's like just burbling away now, and I'm definitely not hooning it. Alex at Alpine, just on Christmas Eve, I was just having a conversation with him about my car does this thing where if I'm trying to accelerate, like just push the car a little bit harder, maybe to do an overtake or something, it kind of like almost bogs a little bit and feels like it's having a little bit of a misfire, which it does that just before it downshifts. And it is very, very annoying. Yeah, my car just burbles all the time now. Like I'm gonna roll down the window. It sounds like an F80, like literally just always, it's always constantly going. Before you have to go above 5k and on the way down it will just continually do that super burbles thing, which is the tune that I have, but now it just burbles throughout the rev range. I've been in front of some of my friends before and they're saying that the car flames kind of like just randomly now, which is wicked. But yeah, Alex is the GOAT. Literally we were just having this conversation and the guy next to me is just he's putting his thumbs up. Yeah, me and Alex were just having this conversation and I was telling him about how the car reacts and he was just like, yeah, say no more. And literally within 5 minutes I had a new tune in my inbox, which I loaded onto my car. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should be following me on Instagram at JT Automo, yeah, I posted a video of me loading the tune and it is literally a 5-minute job. There was no codes after or nothing. Did it on my laptop. Like, it is proper wicked the way this guy like sets up like tuning your cars. You guys know I rate Alex at Alpine all the time. I love his tune. So yeah, if you guys do want to tune for your M3, he does obviously the new gen M3s and F80s and all of that stuff as well, so definitely check him out. But yeah, I'm cruising down to Automotive. I'm already late. I've got 11 minutes to go, so I'm going to try and make up some time, so I will update you guys when I get there. So I'm now here at Automotive with Ryan. Ryan's going to be the guy who's doing all of the work on my car. My car sat behind me. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you. Oh, again, I don't know if you watched my last video, but my camera did break. I've sent it off for repair, so I'm hoping to have it back really soon, so I'm really sorry for the shaky hands. But yeah, I'm going to flip the camera around just so you can see how the stance of my new wheels look at the moment. So without showing you too much, this is what my car looks like now with the new wheels. I've got some fat boys on the rears. They are a little bit different to the stock setup. These ones are 10.5Js in the rear and 9.5J in the front, so I won't need to run spacers, especially after the car's lowered. I'm almost even scared at how the car's gonna look when it gets lowered with obviously these wheels. They should fit. I've done my research and hopefully they should fit. But yeah, man, I'm just proper gassed to see what the car's gonna look like afterwards, because I need that arch gap to go and the car's just gonna sit so much more aggressive when I manage to take it home. I also managed to clean the car, so it's looking gorgeous at the moment. But yeah, Ryan's just setting up in the background, and yeah, I'll try and film as much as I can of everything that's going on today. And yeah, today should be a good day. Obviously it is going to be a little bit dark, so when I'm done I'll probably go to a petrol station as it's got good lighting, just so we can see what the car's sitting like. But yeah, car burbling away in the background. Without revealing what wheels I've got, this is the current arch gap that we have at the front, and like I said, this is like a monster truck. Let's see, I could do 2, 3, nearly 4 fingers, say about 3.5 fingers. I'm literally hoping that it gets tucked all the way and no fingers can fit in there. So that's the idea that I'm going for, but just underneath this light, the car's looking really, really nice. thing is, after all of this is done, it's going to inspire me to do a lot more stuff. I'm probably going to want to put a new splitter on it, just so the front end looks that little bit more aggressive. And I do need to find some headlights for this car at some point as well. So like I said, these are the springs I went for, Volklands. I want to say they're a German brand. Again, I could be completely wrong. Apologies if I am. Let's try and get this off. Yeah, lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. So like I said, these are supposed to offer 30mm in the front, 30mm in the back. Alright, well, the car is currently on the lift. Wheels are coming off, and the job's going to start shortly. We have my stock spring out. This is from the rear. As you can tell, obviously the Volklands are definitely a lot shorter, but we also have an eye-back spring here. I'm just going to show you a little bit of the difference. I mean, they look very, very similar. I think the eye-back supposedly offer about a 15mm drop. This is supposed to be somewhere around 30, it claims. But they look very, very similar. Obviously, the coils are a little bit different. But yeah, stock spring that's going on my car, and the eye-back spring, which is a lot of the ones that people with the E92s run anyway. And then similarly to the front, this is an eye-back spring again. You can tell how much shorter the Volklands are. It's maybe like a half coil shorter. This should drop a really nice on the front, which is definitely what I need to get rid of, that arch gap. And here is the stock spring as well. So, stock spring, you can tell how high that is. Eye back, and then mine. So for the front shocks, this is now with the new springs. It's also got the E36 bump stops and also the shaved top mount. Now, so Ryan was trying to explain to me the reason why people do this whole shaved top mount thingy. It helps retain the kind of OEM comfortability of the car. Obviously, you're lowering the car, so having the shaved top mount it allows it to not bottom out or top out, if that makes any sense. I could be butchering what he's told me already, so if I am, please don't slate me in the comments. It just helps to allow the travel of the suspension to ride almost like stock. Yeah, so I think the shaved top mount is reduced by about 9mm or so. So I think he's getting the other side in, and then this side will go in, and then that is suspension all done. And then Ryan is going to do geo on the car, so he's going to align it and make it as perfect as possible, set it up really nicely for the road. But yeah, I went for some breakfast, and he's made some really good headway. So we should see what all of this looks like once the wheels are back on and it's down on the ground. Oh, I just cannot wait. Springs fitted, also on the front with the new bump stops and the shaved top mounts. On the rear, again, new springs fitted. Lovely stuff. So now the wheels are going to go back on, so we're going to have the alignment done. It's like when it's lowered and has the new wheels on, and it is sitting absolutely stunning. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner, but I'm happy it's done regardless. So anyway, this apparatus that Ryan's got on the car is what he uses to do the alignment. He's already adjusted the camber, so he's added some camber in the rear just so the wheels tuck in a little bit more and doesn't rub on the arches. And then he uses this string system, which is actually the first time I have seen it. So there's a string that runs all the way from here down to the other end. It's got a similar apparatus set up on the boot, and this is how he adjusts the toe. He's obviously going to make sure that the wheels are pointing in a straight line, pointing in the same direction and everything. That way the car's not veering off to one side or anything. But yeah, Ryan's going to do his thing. He's got a spirit level on the steering wheel as well, just to make sure everything's completely straight. Honestly, it's the first time I've seen this, but Ryan does do like a lot of track cars as well, so sets it up. He can set it up aggressive if a customer needs it, and obviously he can set it up for road use, which is what I'm going to be doing as well. So it's really cool to see this. Obviously, I've usually had four-wheel laser alignments, but this is supposedly supposed to be a lot more accurate than one of those Hunter laser aligners and stuff, just because those need to be calibrated quite often. And with this, he does it himself every single time before he does a car. So that's pretty cool to see. But yeah, very shortly, the car will be back down on the ground, and I can finally get out of here and also show you how beautiful the car looks. Can't wait to reveal the wheels to you and to reveal what the springs look like on the car now. I've seen it already, it looks wicked, but yeah, guys, bear with me. Guys, welcome to my car in its final form. Lord God, so these are my new wheels, and you want to see something that's gas? Sheesh! Man's got the floating centre caps as well. But yeah, the arch cap on the front is pretty much gone, and in the rear is pretty much tucked. That is as good as it's going to get out of springs, honestly. I'm well chuffed with the way this has come out. Even on the side, it just sits and looks a lot more aggressive now, which is absolutely wicked. So these wheels are like the compact wheels, like the 359 wheels, but they're just a little bit different. They've got these little grooves here and they're a lot more deeper concave. They're called Ispiri ISR 10s. But yeah, Ryan's done a wicked job with obviously installing the springs and doing the alignment as well. I just drove it down the road and it feels perfect. And you know, the little drive that I had, it still feels like stock, honestly. I couldn't tell that anything's been done to the car. It doesn't feel that much more different. But yeah, the person who I got this off gave it to me with the floating center cap. So the BMW logo always stays upright, just like a Rolls Royce. It'll always go back upright, and obviously when I'm cruising, they'll just stay in the upright position. So I couldn't be happier with how this has turned out. I think for springs, this is as good as it gets. I am considering potentially putting some 5mm spacers on the front, just to kind of stick this out just a little bit more. But as it sits right now, this is phenomenal. I'm really happy with the outlook of it. And I never did think black wheels would look that nice on this car, but whilst I'm stood outside now, I can tell it really does. So Ryan at RD Automotive is the man. If you guys need rod bearings done, any suspension work, if you track your car or anything, it's based around Dartford. So make sure you guys give him a shout. I'm gonna end this video here. Guys, if you did like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video.
And I'ma get it even way, but even furthermore, I'ma need you even closer when I'm touching tours. When I'm touching